Okay, so here we have our two Mangalitsa red Waddle cross pork chops that we got from Farm Field Table. Now, I dry brine this, meaning I put some salt on it and left it out in the fridge for about 24 hours. So as you can see, the color has kind of changed a bit, and it absorbed all that salt and made the surface super dry. So that's really good, and that's a great place to start. All right, so here we're gonna take our chops, and then we're just gonna kind of score them a little bit. So we're gonna slice them, and these will make the most amazing little nubbies when we fry them up. Now this is also kind of an optional step, but I like to do just a touch of olive oil on these as like a little bit of a binder so that my seasoning sticks. I'm gonna get it all up in there. So after you massage everything in, it should look something like this. And I took a little time to make sure I got some in between all those little nooks and crannies there, just so everything is flavorful and awesome. So now we have absolutely everything we need set and ready to go. So at this point, I'm gonna start preheating my pan. Okay, so we're about to get them in. This pan is really hot at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and put just a touch of oil in there. We're gonna take these and we're gonna start them off just right on the edge. And that sound is exactly what we're looking for. I'm gonna render down some of this fat. And once that clock right there hits 227, I'm gonna flip them down. And then we're gonna start our 8-minute timer. So there we go. And then we're just gonna let them go, and we're gonna flip them fairly often. And then just get them flipping. We're gonna try to get them early and often, and hopefully they'll behave better for you. Alright, we're just gonna kind of let these go until our 8 minutes are up. Flipping regularly. Alright, so as you can see, we're getting that fat bubbling right up in those little crevices. And those are gonna get nice and crispy. And we're doing that all while continuously flipping. So we got about 4 more minutes to go. All right, so at this point, our 8 minutes are up, and we're gonna turn off the heat. And we're just kind of frying up those little nubbies. So what we're gonna do now is throw in our crushed garlic, thyme, and rosemary. And of course, our shallots. With just a touch of butter. A little bit of Irish spring. And then as that butter kind of melts down, kind of foams up a little bit, we're just going to always face away from us. And you just face, and these bad boys are done. And then in the end, we are left with these chops. We're gonna let them rest for a bit. All these little nice little nibbies are gonna be absolutely incredible. And let them rest for about 5 minutes at minimum. I'd say 10, but 5 at minimum. All right, so our pork chops are nice and rested. And we are going to slice one up, see how we did. So I'm just gonna cut it kind of off the bone right here. I'm not gonna go super fancy with it where I do that. I'm just gonna go real nice and simple. Looks like I got just a touch of bone here. Hang on 1 second. Here we go. Okay, so now we're just gonna and remember what I said about these little bitties right here. Those are gonna be the best friggin' part. And then here we have our perfectly cooked Mangalitsa pork chop. So we did a good number on these chops, and it is absolutely fantastic. So let it rest for 10 minutes. If you can, dry brine it overnight, that's perfect. But at least do it for an hour and get her seasoned and temped up for like an hour, which means you just let it sit out, and you will be rewarded with melty, delicious Mangalitsa fat, and perfectly cooked, perfectly juicy. I know it kind of looks dry, but I'm telling you, that is some of the juiciest pork you will ever taste. It is incredible. And because we let it rest, all of that juice is locked into the meat, and there's minimal out on here. That's all resting juice right there, pretty much. If you repeat those steps, you will be eating delicious pork. Enjoy.